Hey Leo, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with sun, moon, or rising in Leo. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. So we have birthing a new age. So this is birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yeah. And we also have keepers of the earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So you might, you really might be working on some sort of new creative venture. I feel like saying for some of you, this could even be something that you, like this idea that you have or this creativity that you feel pulled toward. This could be something that you have in common with someone in your family, maybe even an ancestor that has already passed on. It could be something you have in common with them. It could actually be the specific creative thing that has your mind kind of turning. It could be that this person actually did that. Like maybe you're feeling called to paint and you had a family member who was also a painter. But this could also just be that you are reaching into just your idea of creativity, reaching into that creative bucket, and you might have others that are also creative, that are similarly creative, maybe even people that you can connect with, who can teach you, or somebody that you can enjoy these sort of hobbies with. So keep that in mind. But this idea of birthing new creations, yeah, I think that this really is about you pulling something into the physical world, maybe getting something out for people to be able to see, getting something that people can touch with their hands, making it more than just an idea is what this feels like to me, especially focusing on these lower chakras, this lower kind of energy, really grounding it down. And I don't mean lower bad. It's very good energy. It's very physical energy. So this is about bringing something into more of a physical form for you. Yeah, that's really beautiful energy. Let's move this off to the side and let's get some tarot. So I'm just doing some simple spreads today, just something really, really simple, just so we can get the messages that we need to kind of get us through. I was talking a lot about the 8-8 portal in reading 1. I'll probably talk about it in all the readings because I'm really feeling the energy. And for those of you who do pick up on subtle energies, you might already be sensing that something is changing, that something is calling to you, something's kind of pulling you to get there is how it's coming through. And I feel like especially for this energy that I'm picking up on for you, something might have been kind of nagging at you to really get this going, or to produce something at a new level. To let some of these ideas in your head, some of these ideas you've been dreaming of, to let them come out, to let them come to fruition is how this is coming through. So I think that this portal might be really important energy for you. This might be a time when you are feeling even more called to push through and to really step through that gate that we are approaching. I'm playing with the idea of doing some specific 8-8 portal, Lionsgate portal readings if this energy kind of continues to build. But like I was saying, I feel like I'm reading for the collective that is definitely going to be changing and transforming around this time. So if you are feeling more called to give birth to some sort of new creation, to let your work out into the world, to let your words be heard, to let or read. I'm hearing to let your words be heard or read. Let's get some sage going. Yeah, I'm feeling like a lot of you are being called to express, to actually get over the hurdle and to trust yourself, to let these creations come to light. So let's look at your current energies. Wow. Okay. I was going to take 3 cards, but yeah, you guys want more cards, more cards than I had planned. So we're gonna do 4 for your current energies. I feel like you guys might be feeling pretty good. Especially some of you are working as a team. in some kind of creative venture. And that's funny because Keepers of the Earth gives me kind of like a teamwork feeling. This can even be that you're working more with your guides as a team. You could be working with friends, family members. This could be about collaboration of some sort, but this is definitely, for a lot of you, something artistic, something expressive. And I feel like you're having to move away from energy that felt like it was holding you back. Let me look at this bottom of the deck energy here. So we have the King of Swords. Yeah. I feel like there's a need to be somewhat strategic here. There's a need to be very thoughtful. It's actually bringing me back to this energy of grounding something down into reality. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're having to use these dual sides of your brain is how it's coming through. You're a very creative person. You're also a very smart person, and you can be practical. Sometimes marrying the two could be difficult, especially if you have this more artistic side, you have this more free-spirited side of your personality. It can be hard to kind of get the two to match, and I feel like that's why your guides are bringing all of this this practicality and all this grounded energy to the forefront, because this is about taking those dreams, taking that stuff that's intangible, taking that stuff that it's really in your mind. It's something that you can't easily share with people because it's not physical, so it's hard to get them to see what you're seeing. It's about taking those things and making it so that it can be seen. Being very, very practical about it, being very strategic about how you do this. So this could be like getting that business plan in order, getting that funding that you need to make this happen. It can be about taking those practical steps and using that strategy to get this done, to get this grounded. You have this Seven of Wands energy here, and I feel like this is something you really stand behind. Now, I don't know if you've actually had to defend this. For some of you, it could be that. It could be that maybe you want to pursue something. You've had this idea that you want to chase a dream that maybe some people in your life haven't been that supportive of. So it might not be for you that you've had to actually defend this, but I feel like this is something you would defend. I feel like this is something that you stand behind. I feel like this is the energy of something that it kind of never leaves you. Like the idea or the passion, the pull toward this, it never leaves you. And I feel like that's why your guides are saying, let's get really practical about this right now. Let's ground this into reality, because this pull, this desire, this urge to move in this direction, it's not going to go anywhere. You're actually going to defend this with your life. You're actually going to always feel called and feel pulled. This is something that makes you really happy. So I feel like whatever changes you're making right now, or whatever is on your mind right now, or how you see the rest of this year or the next year or so playing out, it feels like you want to move towards something that's making you more happy, something that's getting you the recognition that you deserve, something that allows your unique talents and gifts to shine. And it just seems to me like this isn't something that you're going to let go of. So this could even be, the reason this is coming out in your current energy could be because you have recently made some kind of step. You've made some sort of move in this direction. You may have defended yourself. You may have stood up for yourself when it comes to this thing. You may have fought for the recognition. I'm seeing some of you leaving a job, leaving something that felt like it was holding you back. And especially if this is a situation where it has felt like you always had to be on the defensive, I feel like you're stepping away from that and you're moving into a place of more harmony right now. I do feel like for a lot of you, you're going to find people who recognize your gifts and abilities and who are working with you. So this is a really collaborative time for you. This is coming out in current energy, so you may have already felt that. You may already be collaborating with someone who is like-minded, maybe even joining two creative ideas together. For a lot of you, you could be building an audience, building a following, building a customer base, because I see your work getting attention. So I see you moving away from those areas where you didn't feel like you were getting the recognition that you needed, and moving toward things that really light you up, things that make you happy, things that get you the attention and the recognition that you deserve for what you're putting out there. Yeah, this is actually really interesting energy. I feel like for a lot of you, you're becoming more sure of this every day. If you haven't already made steps that kind of prove that, like, you're pretty sure, I feel like you're going to be doing that in the near future. And for a lot of you, this could be around the Lionsgate portal. So around August 8th, you might find yourself really standing your ground about something, really taking steps to move towards something and away from something else. And I feel like your energy is that of being more focused on what you're moving toward than what you're moving away from. Because I feel like whatever you want to move away from, it's not necessarily that pleasant. It doesn't light you up. It doesn't bring you joy. And that's what you're moving towards. So if this requires you to be very blunt, to be very truthful, to speak out and to stand your ground, I think that's something you're going to be doing. I think that's energy you are stepping into right now. So let's move on from this. Actually, really beautiful energy. I feel a conviction here. I feel that you're becoming more and more sure of something, and that's really giving you the confidence to move forward. I want to look at next what you don't see coming. So, wow. And why do you keep getting 4 cards? That's what I want to know. Because I'm trying to pull 3. Some of this is very similar energy to what I was seeing in group 1. The Knight of Cups was a topic of conversation over in group 1. You are about to receive major blessings and guidance, help, and like a leg up from the universe is what I'm seeing here. And especially if you feel like you've sort of had to go out on a limb about something, like you might even be kind of on your own. Like maybe this is a crazy idea. Maybe this is an unconventional idea. Maybe this is not the way that most people choose to live their lives, or you're moving away from something that seemed really stable, but to you it wasn't satisfying. I feel like the universe is about to bless you when it comes to these decisions that you've made. And if you felt like you're on your own, you're about to not feel like that anymore. Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Wow. This is like, you guys are about to plant a seed here. You're about to plant a seed that is going to grow. And kind of how this is coming through is you're being given the seed, and I feel like a lot of you already know this. It feels like this has been divinely inspired. It feels like something has been calling to you, tugging at your sleeve a little bit. You've gotten some really great ideas, and you've moved in a very positive direction towards bringing in more of what you want. And now it's like you have this seed in your hand. You're going to plant it. This is you being practical. This is you being kind of grounding that energy down like we were talking about. Gosh, the way your guides are like crazy with the images. So let me just back up a little bit. We were talking in the beginning about having these inspired ideas. So this could be ideas that come to you through dreams. This can be just like your creative ideas kind of bubbling. It's like your mind is going, and these ideas are really coming towards you, but your guides are saying now ground that down. So it's like this very practical idea has been handed to you from Spirit. And I feel like what you guys have done really well is you reached out and you took it. So you've been aware of this blessing that Spirit was giving you, this idea that Spirit was giving you. And you've taken this, and now you're the Page of Pentacles, you're planting that, and Spirit's going to water it with the Ace of Cups. Spirit will water the seed that you have planted, which is so beautiful because it feels like this reciprocal energy. It feels like what you don't realize is going to happen is, even if you're going out on a limb, even if you're trying something new, even if you don't have a whole lot of belief about how this might work out for you, Spirit is going to come through and surprise you. You don't see that. You don't know how much this will be blessed for you. Whatever this is in your life, it's going to be blessed. This is about you taking practical action, and then Spirit coming right behind you and saying, yes, we approve of that action. Now let's pour a little bit of magic juice on it. And that's just watering that seed. So, yeah, you guys, this is actually kind of crazy. I do feel with this Four of Swords that a lot of you may be coming from a time of rest and recovery. This can also be about gentle nurturing of the self, which was a theme in group 1. So this might be collective energy because, like I was saying, the Knight of Cups showed itself in reading 1. And you having this Four of Swords, Knight of Cups, this could be about you taking the time to rest and recover. Also noticing that this is the time that you feel most inspired, that you're actually going to receive more of these ideas and be able to work in more harmony with the universe when you are resting and recovering, when you are allowing those energies to flow through you. So meditation might be kind of jumping out as a theme for you. Maybe just take that time. Take that time to slow down and to let your intuition guide where you go next. I think it's important for you because I think that whatever you're about to do is going to be so super blessed that you don't really have to strain yourself. You don't have to stress yourself, but you do have to make sure that you're on the right track intuitively. But this is actually gorgeous energy. Some of you don't see a loan coming or somebody offering to fund a creative idea for you. I feel like something might come out of nowhere, a friend, a family member saying, you know what, I believe in you and I'm going to help you out here. So this can be actual financial help. This can be directly related to your creative ideas or whatever this venture is that you want to explore. This could be about you moving and receiving the funds that you need to move to this new location that you want to go to pursue something, or someone offering a place for you to stay. I'm seeing like very behind the scenes spiritual help for you, but I'm also seeing very practical help. So it almost feels like the universe is saying, as they are asking you to be more practical about these things, to take some practical steps that they're able to bless, it's like they're saying, and we will follow up by doing the same. We will give you that practical help that you need. If that's funding that you need, if that's supplies that you need, if that's a space that you need, if it's even a place to live, if it's actual tangible evidence that this is the right path for you, Spirit is promising to follow up with that. So, wow, beautiful, beautiful energy. Your final row here is going to be advice. We're going to actually finish up with some advice, but I wanted to use the opportunity to maybe get some further advice from the tarot, just specifically about what we see going on with you. So what does Spirit have for you? Let's move these cards up because I'm not going to be able to fit another row. And I don't know what we're going for here, you guys, because you guys want all the cards today. So we might be looking at another 4 cards coming up for you. I don't know what's up, but 4 might be somehow significant for you. Some of you might be seeing 444 a lot. If that's the case, 444 is usually a sign to keep going, and I would say that that would be appropriate here. Whenever I see 444, it's like, it's a message of encouragement. It's a message that whatever you're working on is divinely guided and divinely protected, and I would see that being the case for you based on what you don't see coming, being all of this beautiful energy from the universe, all of these blessings pouring out for you. Definitely keep going and take as much practical action as you can, because the universe is just standing by ready to bless it. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. And we have the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. With the 6 of Pentacles, we're looking at noticing what you're giving versus what you are getting in a scenario. And because I saw you with the Six of Swords moving away from something, this can be about maybe some attachments that you have to things that aren't really paying out for you. This is about you questioning and asking yourself, am I getting out of this situation what I've been putting in? For those of you who might be looking for a career change, looking to move away from a job that is no longer satisfying or just simply isn't, I want to say isn't paying enough, and I mean both monetarily and also like it might not be paying your spirit enough. Like it's not paying back enough. It's not paying off enough. It's not giving you what you are giving it. This is the advice that I'm seeing for you. Ask yourself these questions. Is it worth the time that you're putting in? Is it worth the effort you're putting in? Is the recognition there? I feel like you guys are already asking yourself these questions and could have already taken the steps to move toward what makes you happier and what feels more fulfilling to you. But what I'm seeing here is, even if you have done that, your guides still want you to be focused in that area. Your guides want you to ask yourself that every step of the way, and to not chain yourself to anything that isn't paying off the way that you know you deserve. Yeah, I'm hearing for some of you, don't chain yourself to the money. So for some of you, when you make this decision to walk away from something, or it could be a decision you already made, it might be difficult for you because of the money. It could be that it's a job that pays really well, or it's a path that would pay very well, and it's really hard for you to think about moving on from this. But this is really like, don't chain yourself to this idea because of the money or because of some other, it doesn't have to be money, but it's really coming through money for a lot of you. Don't chain yourself to something because of some form of security that you felt you were deriving from this, even if it's just an idea. And the reason your guides are saying that is because we have this Ace of Pentacles where the universe is so ready to provide you whatever it is that you need. So don't feel stuck in a situation because you think that you have to be in order to be successful monetarily, or in order to provide for yourself. The universe is saying that they will actually provide what you need. This is such beautiful energy. They will actually provide what you need. Do not worry yourself with this Nine of Swords. Do not worry yourself. Do not concern yourself with having to be committed to something that you don't feel you want to commit to. Even if these are old ideas. For some of you, this is interesting. For some of you, this isn't a job necessarily, but a business idea. And you may have like the idea that this particular business plan is the more viable plan, but I think your guides are coming through to like really remind you that there's not necessarily a right answer. There's not necessarily a magic formula. Just because it's worked for someone else doesn't mean that you have to go that way in order to be successful. You can actually go your own way. If you have some like burning desire, some idea that you really feel called toward, you don't have to pursue necessarily like the well-established plan or the well-established path. And to not worry yourself about that, because it's like this feeling of like, we've got you. Really interesting energy. And I really feel like something to celebrate here. I feel like your guides are encouraging you to celebrate, encouraging you to look forward to what is happening for you. Yeah, really, really a message of listening to that call with the Judgment card. I just felt like I really needed to know what was under this Nine of Swords. And this is the energy of really listen to that call. Really believe in the clarity that you're receiving. We were talking about the clarity with the hematite. Yeah, I feel like you guys are gaining a lot of clarity, and that trusting that is going to be very important. What's interesting here is, gosh, you guys are getting a wake-up call. and you may have already received it. I feel like you're going to be either getting this wake-up call or moving into this energy at the beginning of August, because the Judgment card can mean literally that, a wake-up call. And this coming in right behind the Nine of Swords, which is literally a card that shows somebody waking up. So this can talk a lot about worries, anxieties, nightmares, trouble sleeping. So for some of you, it could have come in that form, but it doesn't have to. This can just be, this is actually solidifying that for me, that there has been some sort of wake-up call, or there will be a wake-up call. And I feel like you guys want to forge a new path in some way. And this is something that you feel passionate about. And your ability to believe in this call that you've received is going to be crucial. I feel also like you guys aren't going to have to try very hard to believe in this, because we have the universe offering you blessing after blessing. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for things lining up, for that seed that you plant to be watered. And this can be even in the most subtle form. Just things working out, running into the right person at the right time, getting that reassuring message when you do put some action in place, like getting that first sale or getting those words of encouragement. This is all the universe pushing you along this path, because you have received this call. Whatever this is for you, it feels like the clarity is there. The action may not be there yet, but the clarity is there. And this is really a message to trust that, and to really go for this with this Emperor energy, Aries energy coming through with that. Really go for this. Your guides are saying don't hesitate. Really interesting. Don't hesitate. Okay. I also feel like, for some reason, this is kind of weird. I feel like pointing out to you, because I'm hearing your guides saying, meditate, don't hesitate. And I'm like, that's so weird. But I think that what they're saying is that there's a difference between stillness and hesitation. That stillness, like especially deliberate stillness, where you are putting the stillness into action so that you can hear from your guides, so that you can tap into that inner guidance, so that you can see what the next step for you is. That is so different than actually being hesitant to take a step. Listening and responding is what your guides are asking you to do. Hear the call and respond accordingly, but not hesitate to the point of standing still, or the point of being actually feeling like you're trapped or being chained to something that does not serve you any longer. So take that message as it resonates. Wow. I feel like I was going to clarify this Four of Swords. I still will, I guess. But I feel like your guides just clarified that randomly. So that's interesting. Let's see what we want more clarification about. I'm kind of curious about that Three of Pentacles. I'm curious about the Four of Swords. Let's see what we've got going on. What is up with the Three of Pentacles? Why is that here? Okay. We had the Page of Materials, which is the Page of Pentacles. So this is about this. The Page of Pentacles can even be about a new job, a raise, news about money. And that was kind of the vibe that I was getting off of this to begin with. This is like recognition for you. This is recognition. So this was actually coming out in your current energy. This could be that you have started to see the signs that something is working for you. And this would be an indication to trust that, even if it's really subtle, even if it's just like the tiniest little sale or little encouragement, or somebody has taken notice, but maybe it's not going exactly the way that you have planned out in the big picture, but you're starting to get those little seeds of encouragement. Yeah, I feel like something monetarily is coming coming forward for you guys. And it might be really unexpected for you, because I see that some of you are stepping away from something that you thought was a sure thing in terms of money. Like, you're moving towards something that you feel like is more unstable or more unsure, or might present more questions about how it's going to work out, yet it's going to work out. Like, it's going to be even more financially beneficial than what you thought was the sure deal. So that's really interesting. Let's look at this Four of Swords. Clarify this Four of Swords, please, Spirit. Why is the Four of Swords here? Why is the Four of Swords here, Spirit? And if they don't talk, I'm like, I think it's because they already clarified it. And here I am asking again. That will never do. That will never do. That's like a quarter of the deck. Spirit. There we go. And what do we have? We have the Four of Swords again. Same thing happened in the first reading. So they're clarifying the Four of Swords with the Four of Swords and with the Eight of Materials. So 8 of Pentacles. So a little bit of sarcasm. I always read this as a little bit of sarcasm and cheekiness from your guides when they clarify a card with the same exact card. But it does solidify things for me. It solidifies that this is the idea of resting, recovering, meditating to know what steps to take next. So we're talking about the work that you do here. We're talking about your material abundance and your blessings in the material world. And your guides are really saying that that meditative energy, that energy of slowing down and quieting down so that you can really feel out what you want to do next and how you want to take practical action, it's going to be key. It's actually kind of challenging, and I feel like your guides are asking a lot of you right now, and it's something that you can do. It's something that you're capable of stepping up to do, because this is interesting energy, and it's nuanced. It takes a little bit of practice. Quieting down to do nothing so that you know exactly what to do. Really receiving that guidance, receiving these things more on that spiritual level, and then taking that practical action as we've been talking about through the entire reading. So yeah, this is about taking that practical action. I want to clarify this Devil energy. So why is this Devil here, Spirit? Your guides are saying you will be led. You will be led. So that's why this meditating and this energy of just quieting down and really refocusing, figuring out where you want to go, that's why this is so important, because you're going to be led toward what work to do, what practical action to take. We have the Page of Inspiration with the Devil. So the Page of Inspiration is about following passion. And we were talking about with the Devil, not to let yourself be chained to something that you are not feeling passionate about. Don't be afraid to release yourself from those bonds. So I think your guides are coming through with a beautiful message for you to follow the inspiration. Do not follow the habits. Don't follow the trick of security is how it's coming through. Don't let this feel like it's security when really it's a trap. Really it's a prison. You want to be free. You want to be more in this Page of Wands energy. So let's finish up your reading with some advice, some more advice, I should say, from this self-care oracle deck. Just see what your guides are thinking is going to be the best energy for you to embody, what you might be able to do for yourself as you move forward with this energy. I am already going to throw it out there. I've said it, but just to reiterate, meditation is going to be important to you, whatever that means for you. Some people really have a hard time meditating and don't feel like they're really great at sitting quietly. So for some of you, this is about taking a walk. This is about just getting in nature and just however you quiet down. It can be through movement. A lot of people can hit that kind of meditative state from doing some form of exercise, doing yoga, something like that. But whatever you do to quiet things down and to relieve the stress, it might be about taking a bath, as this image kind of just makes me think of someone relaxing in the bath. Take that time to relax so that you can hear what the next steps are, because this is about practical action, but it's about inspired practical action for you. Okay, and we have write a gratitude list. We're going to pull another card. So really be thankful for what you have, for the accomplishments that you have made. That's going to help you get more of this. I feel like your guides are telling you to do this because with this Ace of Cups, this Ace of Pentacles, they want to bless you. They want to bring the newness in for you. And this is the easiest way for them to do it, for you to be in a state where you can easily receive that. Make an altar. So this might be about practicing some kind of spiritual ritual for you. Gosh, I'm getting that meditative energy again. I feel like meditating is really key. And again, you guys, I don't know why you're getting all these cards. Okay, so we have Sweet Treat and we also have Nourish Your Temple. This, to me, this is all about the food that you're eating. This is all about the food that you're eating. So for some of you, your diet might be really crucial right now. It could even be that getting into that meditative state, that hearing from your guides and being able to listen to these higher intuitive voices and this higher power, that you kind of need to be a clearer channel. So this is about just like watching what you're eating. I'm also feeling like eating the things that bring you a lot of joy, and that might be contradictory depending on what brings you a lot of joy, but I'm feeling like I'm getting both of those messages. I think your guides just want you to feel really, really good right now. Whatever that means to you. That might be about kind of nurturing yourself a little bit, being really kind to yourself, being gentle with yourself, and just allowing yourself to indulge. And it can also be about eating those foods that make you feel so good. And that those might be the same foods for some of you. And that would make it a whole lot easier, huh? So yeah, just really taking care of yourself right now and getting to a place where you can have that clarity. I think that's what your guides want for you, is that clarity. So yes, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Really beautiful energy, very positive energy, and a lot of help coming for you from spirit. Beautiful energy. So yes, if you resonated with any of these messages, if you liked this reading, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you in another reading really, really soon. Bye.